Hello, welcome back. Lots of spells as usual. The mind hunts were not very successful. It turns out that there were some astral mages there. It makes sense though because the fort is currently held by La Mancha still, and we know that La Mancha has a lot of astral. We also did a scrying pool over the province though, so we can see it now. Turns out that there's 168 units sieging it. It's kind of big, but I think we can take it with what we have nearby. Search for sites as well, and we found quite a few. I can't remember what it was exactly, but maybe it was just one actually. Scrying pool, okay. So we got one water gem and one pearl. And I think that's it really. I mean, we're now sieging Queen Forest, but there was nothing really here, so it's just under siege. We took control of Niffle, fine. So you can see that we have large stacks here now, sieging this. And Gerudo just has a small stack here, plus the big one that's sieging the fort. All of the messages are more or less just nation stuff. There were a few gems in the end though. 6 nature, 3 death, and some unrest in Elderhill. And then, as predicted, construction rituals are cheaper this month. Queen Forest is under siege, but not quite destroyed. The Fickle Myriad attacked Strong Bay. And I think that's it for messages. So nothing else too interesting. I'm just moving everything I've got nearby now to Niffle. Queen Forest will stay under siege. We'll storm that, and then we'll move over to this throne. And then we'll siege the throne. We'll try and knock off Gerudo's stack from this throne. Siege it, take it. And while that's happening, I'm now also moving units down towards Florian to start moving into this direction and try and grab these thrones as well. The worm colonies in our cap are now pretty much all level size 3. So they're growing pretty fast. I'm doing more agitates. They are still eating all of the corpses. But I think Gift of Help is like really helping them bulk up quickly. You can see that investing heavily in OnlyFans now has 78 of the size 4 worm colonies. So they're going to roll down to the southwest. They'll be used as part of an army to try and take some of this territory. And grab this throne, maybe this throne as well. Cataclysm is still about 2 years off. We've got time to try and do this. Put some pieces into position. Snatch up some thrones. Other than that, not much happening. Norfangs, I'm casting Dome of Flaming Death. We'll finally get to see what happens when we go off the edge of this list. So it'd be interesting to see that at least. And this is the other site where I'm doing agitates every turn as well. Got quite a lot of size 3 and 4 more colonies over here as well. Quite a few inside the fort too. Research is quite low now because I've started moving mages around as well. A lot of the mages in Robohome are just going to move to Pepper. All of the mages currently in Keepus and Old Forest are moving towards Florian. Because yeah, I'm still just trying to put everything into these throne forts to make sure that they're kept safe. Oh yeah, and worth mentioning that our 2 Mind Hunters have not yet been healed this turn. They are both still feeble-minded. But that's okay. Gift of Health will take care of them eventually. Anyway, that's turn 58. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on turn 59. Hello, welcome back. Lots of messages, but it's quite a basic turn this turn. We did lots of site searching again. We found 2 sites. We got +1 astral and +1 fire income. And we also set up strange bedfellows in Florian. So we now have strange bedfellows in all 3 of our throne provinces, which is nice. I also got to see, in the bottom right, it's a bit odd. If I mouse over the icon, it's strange bedfellows, but if I mouse over the text, it's Dome of Flaming Death. Not great clarity in the UI, but I guess we'll see what happens if we put up another enchantment, if it's even weirder, but for now I guess you can kind of figure out what enchantments are up. If anyone knows if there's like a key you can press to see all the enchantments in a province or something, let me know. No battles or anything though. We were attacked by independents a lot. The global enchantment that Cassia put up is like really hurting scales everywhere now. We're in like Misfortune 1 in almost all of our provinces. This one's Misfortune 3. I think, yeah. So we're getting like independent attacks. So Wick Forest got attacked by Barbs. Nifl got attacked by Knights, but it was the province where I was building up my army, so they were in for a bit of a shock. But that's going to be a bit annoying, I think, unless I actually dispel that global or something. Lightning didn't kill anyone this time, though. All of these events are nation events except the last three. We got the Barbarians attacked us, a famine, and then the Knights attacked us. The stars are still right for constructions, and still this thing I need to fix. The Fickle Myriad should not be doing this going rogue stuff. And that's it for messages, actually. Queen Forest has been cracked open, so we're going to storm that this turn. Army is pretty basic, but I think the fort might be empty. And we've got a lot of Spirits of Points as well. You know, these ones are going to spam Paralyze, these ones will spam Soul Slay. And we've got the unit versions firing as well. And a bunch of Splendor to do some melee damage. So hopefully that's sufficient. Yeah, I expect the fort will be quite empty though. And that just leaves the big stack here, which is going to slam into this now. We have lots of units here. And quite a lot of spellcasters as well. We'll hit our evocation target this turn, so it's a bit awkward. I can't script Storm of Thorns or anything like that. But hopefully all of the Teeth in the Hills backed up by spellcasters and lots of Splendor will be sufficient to knock this army off this throne. Worth mentioning that, I don't know if I've said this already, but it looks like Gerudo and the Andrake have both gone AI now. I'm not sure what happened. I guess, well, then again, it looks like Andrake might have lost quite a lot of their territory over the last couple of turns, so I'm not sure what's been going on with them. But Gerudo, I thought, was like running away with the game. I guess they just lost too much stuff or something. I don't know. They've still got this giant stag sieging this throne. Which, in fact, don't they still own loads of thrones? They have them, well, they're tied for the most thrones in the game, and they went, yeah, I don't know. But the only players left now in the game are La Mancha, Selenia, Cassia, and myself. Everyone else is AI, unfortunately. But our plan remains the same. If we take this throne, we'll be the throne leader, and Cataclysm is still about 2 years away. So we're still working towards that end. So I'm going to be storming Queen Forest this turn, and then I'll move stuff into Perenna, moving this big stack into Perenna. Hopefully we lock this down, and then we can start defending this throne. Pepper Plain now has Forest Dome up. I'm casting Strange Bedfellows here. That's right. I just said we had it up. We've got it up currently in Robber Home, but I'm getting it cast in Pepper Plain this turn. So that'll be very, very defensible at that point. And yeah, Florian has it now. Florian also has a Forest Dome. I've got up Flaming Dome in Morfangs. This is a bit hard to track, but I'm getting up the Frost Dome as well this turn. And then I'm going to try and get up Flaming Death in Florian. And while I'm doing that as well, I'm finally casting Poached Tangleheart Egg in Florian, which will catch an egg. And then we'll try and hatch the egg, and that'll give us a Tangleheart Princess Commander. And then if we keep doing that, we can fill the throne with eggs, which will fill the throne with Tanglehearts, which would be good if they get attacked. Now, other thing you might have noticed is that these stacks we have on the map now are pretty big. They are all size 4 now. We have like about 800 size 4 worm colonies. Gift of Health is pretty broken with the worms, I think. Especially if you're feeding them to get them up quickly. Because, yeah, just got giant stacks of worms now. If I hit Control T on these guys, you can see these are all now leading giant armies of max size worm colonies. They're not quite up to like the huge hit points that they get from the buff 96, but they're getting up there. So they're all going to roll down here. I'm going to try and invade the Andrake as soon as possible. We're going to build up force for 1 turn now in Florian, and then the turn after this, I'm going to just roll stuff into the Andrake and try and roll over them quickly. And I'd really like to try and get this throne. Maybe this throne, maybe this throne, maybe this throne. We'll see what the land looks like. It's worth remembering that one player has... Oh, it's Garuda that has Vengeful Water, okay. Worth remembering if we're fighting into Garuda's Dominion. I think that's it for this turn. I'm still agitating the Mire in Data because there are still a few worm colonies to grow, and I'm moving a lot of the size 4 ones out this turn, so I'm hoping that's fine, but we might actually just stop agitating after this. Because we've got 900 max size colonies, so I don't think we need to feed worms for a while now. So hopefully this goes well. And we should have 4 thrones in a couple of turns. And then we can try taking some of this territory. Taking some of this might actually give us some income as well, although in saying that... No, I mean Mighty Pillars is on 82 income still, this one's 40. Yeah, we might actually generate a bit of income, we can start putting up some more temples and stuff. That'd be nice. I'm gonna submit a partial just to check things, but that was turn 59. Thanks for watching. See you on turn 60. Hello, welcome back. I've got our evocation done, so I've got some people scripted to do Storm of Thorns and Nether Darts now. I'm going to get Thaumaturgy 6 briefly, and then keep going up Alteration. Did some spells as usual. We also poached a Tangleheart egg. I need to come up with a name for these guys. They currently just have the nature names, didn't realise that. This is an egg, and hopefully we can hatch it. You need to keep a nature mage or a priest in the province to hatch them. So we'll see if that hatches. Did some domes as usual. Northangs is a bit awkward now. It now has 3 enchantments. You cannot tell. It's just impossible. Got Dome of Flaming Death, Strange Bedfellows. We just cast Frost Dome. No way of seeing. Pepper Plain also has Forest Dome and Frost Dome and Bedfellows. This one has Forest Dome on the text and Frost Dome on the icon. But it definitely also has Bedfellows, because if I hit I you can see that we got an event from it this turn. So it's just a UI limitation, unfortunately. DM Jacket has a new prophet. They're AI now though, so who cares. And then we had 2 battles. This was a big one. My large army into a pretty large Garudan army. This is over 100 Iron Knuckles. I've got lots of teeth in the hills though. Teeth in the hills all kind of clear up the back line pretty quickly. Even without Mist Form though, these guys are still very difficult to kill. We get through them eventually. Managed to knock them off the throne. So we lost about 180 units. Mostly cadaverous redworm colonies though. That's not too bad. And we wiped out this Garudan army. 163 Iron Knuckles. Our Teeth in the Hills got 125 of those kills. They are pretty much carrying us, I'll be honest. Also battled at the fortress in Queen Forest, but it was empty, so nothing too interesting there. That was our fort originally. So we've got Queen Forest, and Pyrenea is now under siege by us. Lightning's still striking. No one was killed again though, which is good. Maybe our commanders have reached enough hit points from Gift of Health now that it's not going to kill us. And we got attacked by a water elemental, but it was a very small one. It attacked my blood is worth 13 cents a litre. See how that fight went. He doesn't have any gear. He blesses himself. Now it's a skeleton. It's pretty simple. Events, nothing too interesting. The last 3 are the normal ones. Nope, the last 2 are the normal ones. A thief stole some gems. We have misfortune skills now, it's worth probably remembering that. And in Gladewoods we got attacked by Bogus. This is Bang, Admagast, there's Bogus, Creon and Artuk. I believe that these are characters that the game developers used to play in like a D&D game or something. But they can randomly decide to attack one of your provinces, or one of the provinces in the world. Used to be in like Dominions 3 or something, one of these guys had a special order. They had like the attack commander's order. And so if you ever got attacked by Bogus, you had to try and enslave the unit and then Gift of Health it, because it would still have the script. And then you'd be able to copy the attack commander order. Back in the day. I don't think that's still the case anymore. That's Gladewoods, currently now being owned by the D&D gang. That's over here where the Wall of Pestilence is. And other than that, nothing too interesting. Perenna is already breached now. We can storm it this turn. I'm not going to though. I'm going to bring some gems to this army so that we can do some actual spells. And as for this turn, I'm going to throw whatever bits and pieces I have in this area at Gladewoods to take it back. I was actually going to try and enslave Gladewoods. I was gearing out a Spirit of Points to do some mind control stuff. But we haven't got it researched yet. Which is why I went back into Thaumaturgy to 6 to get Enslaved Mind. But our research is so bad. But yeah, I'll just try and kill him anyway and take the province back. It's a nice province. And we've got quite a few units knocking around now who aren't really doing much else. And if we pick up any diseases from the Well of Pestilence, well, we'll cure it anyway with Gift of Health. That's fine. Over here I just got another subsiment from Strange Bedfellows. So I've loaded him up with gems. He's going to bring some gems over to this army. And then we'll storm it next turn. And the army that just took this fort is going to move on and try and take this one as well. We'll try and lock down some of this territory. We might as well. And then hopefully we'll take the fort next turn. Down here I'm going to start moving into DM Drakket's territory. We have tons of like level 4 worms in this area now, so we'll be able to throw a huge number of worms into just raiding DM Drakket over the next couple of turns. But the initial push is just going to be 26 units into this province. It might go well, it might not. There's green wardrakes and cave grubs here. So they might be able to fend us off, but they're not. These guys are Gift of Health currently, right? I think they'll go into the fight with 96 max hit HP and then their region will pick them up, right? That might go well. But the big army is going to be into Mighty Pillars. This is a lot of stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to knock over that fort pretty quickly and then continue pushing in. And if we manage to get any gold out of here, I can start building temples. We do of course have a spell that can just put up a temple. This one. But it costs 20 pearls, and at the moment I'm using all of my pearls on Strange Bedfellows, so a bit of a luxury to start casting temples everywhere. That's it for this turn. I'm still moving mages around to put domes over all my throne forts, but nothing else too interesting happening. I think I might have been forging something. I'm doing thistle maces every month now, that's one thing. That might have been it. Oh, the other thing, yeah, I'm gonna start poaching Tangleheart eggs in Northangs every turn now. This one seems like the most vulnerable throne since it's right next to Cassia, Cassia's probably very strong at the moment. So let's make sure that this one is defended. Lenia is also very strong, of course, but I don't really see much of their stuff near me. Whereas Cassia is like marching armies through here. Alright, I'm ending turn. So that was turn 60. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next turn.